Hey!
That stupid baby Rui.
Waiting you thought say you carry our money do a salary, now you want die, Tini, you go die. If we don't go Canada, what's the difference? I will die now.
Not so fast.
Whoa. I'll just go get my bag.
Tango, Jaguar, Cobra, complete lockdown. No one leaves the premises unless I say so. No one.
James is a secret intelligence officer who carries out his job, relationship, and daily life as usual until one night, his girlfriend makes a shocking revelation. There has been an emergency involving her mother and they need 14 million naira to resolve it. The couple only has 7 million naira in savings, and James starts to feel the pressure of the situation. Things between the couple become tense, but duty calls for James and he has to leave his infuriated girlfriend behind. Now, let's meet Dr. Arzika. We'll just call him a typical Nigerian politician, known for embezzling funds and blaming the missing money on a mysterious snake that supposedly swallowed it. Dr. Arzika is preparing for retirement and he wants to make one last important transaction with the foreign banker. James is assigned to protect the politician that night during the embezzlement. During the transaction. While waiting for the banker to arrive, Dr. Arzika is surrounded by acquaintances, employees, and others. James has a busy night ensuring the politician's safety, but nothing out of the ordinary happens. Not until... Hey guys, it's worthy of recap here, and on this channel we review and analyze films to help you decide if they are worth watching. Don't hesitate to engage with this video and hit the subscribe button because this is where you can find the best movie recaps, reviews, and recommendations. Now, let's get right back into it. There's a sudden blackout and James discovers a dead body. Things escalate quickly when he finds the body of a woman, Ivie, one of the workers of Dr. Arzika. From the look of things, it is clear that she has been murdered. Furious, James becomes violent and starts to physically assault one of the staff who he suspects for the murder. Despite the pressure, the staff member insists on his innocence, claiming he arrived to find the dead body. Nonetheless, the intelligence officer is not buying this story. The officer makes his way to the security footage, accompanied by some of Dr. Arzika's employees. Unfortunately, the security cameras have been wiped clean, so James can't retrieve any useful information from them. He immediately declares a lockdown at the hotel, instructing security that no one is allowed to enter or exit the premises. But there's more than just a murder to deal with. There has also been a robbery. Well, I thought this was the house for thieves. A total of $8.4 million belonging to Dr. Arzika is missing. Ironically, the thief has been robbed as well.
2 minutes!
The biggest challenge for James now is how to break the news to the politician. Unsurprisingly, Dr. Arzika does not take the news well. He is furious. Money that he worked so hard to steal, secure, has now been stolen. The politician is upset, yelling at the top of his lungs as he is overcome with rage. It's so bad that this man almost gets a heart attack. With shaky hands, he struggles to reach for his pills, hoping that all of this is a bad dream that he needs to wake up from. Arzika feels helpless. But here's the plot twist. Ivie isn't really dead. She and James have faked her death in order to steal money from the corrupt politician, Arzika. Ivie, a banker, had been noticing a group of people embezzling government funds set aside for specific projects. So, she and James devised a plan to take some of that money for themselves and return the rest to the government anonymously. Their scheme is going smoothly until James's girlfriend arrives on the scene with a gun in hand, threatening to kill them. This insecure girlfriend fears that James is cheating on her, so she closely monitors his every move. James attempts to explain the situation to her, but she doesn't believe him. She becomes even more upset when she realizes that Ivie is his ex-girlfriend. Desperate to calm her down, James reassures her that he would never hurt her and that she has been on his mind. He explains that he's going through with his plan to help with her mother's medical bills, which is why he is involved in a risky scheme in the first place. James successfully calms his girlfriend down, allowing them to quickly move forward with their plan as they are running out of time. But their seemingly perfect plan falls apart when they return to the hotel and discover that the money is missing. Meanwhile, Ivie, who had left them to join another vehicle, finds herself stranded because the vehicle won't start. She tries to call James for help, but for some reason, he ignores her calls. Eventually, her phone dies, leaving Ivie stranded on the streets in the dead of night. Amidst all the chaos James is already facing, he discovers another dead body in the hotel. One of the bankers who worked with Ivie is found in a pool of blood. It seems there may be a killer in the building after all, and no one is safe. Dr. Arzika is already wishing he had retired earlier. Maybe if he did, he won't be dealing with all this. What is even more nerve-wracking for the politician is that the bag that was stolen contains the names and account details of the other people involved in this shady scheme. It doesn't take the intelligence officer long to discover that Dr. Arzika was the one who killed the man found in a pool of blood. When confronted, Arzika tells James that he is focusing on the wrong things. According to the politician, the money that is missing is more important than the life of the man who was lost. He does not deny killing him, but claims he was driven by rage due to everything that had happened, especially since the man had been stealing from him prior to this incident. Arzika goes so far as to bribe the officer and even attempts to blackmail him. He claims to have incriminating information about James, especially regarding a murder he committed and covered up. Arzika promises to pay James a huge amount of money if he can find the missing bag and pin this murder on someone else. Now, let's meet Aisha and Chidi, two workers at the hotel who have had quite an eventful night. Aisha, who dreams of leaving the country for Canada in search of better opportunities, has been saving money for her travel. Just when she finally had enough funds, Chidi managed to ruin everything for her. He gambled away all the money she had saved for her trip in a football match and lost. Aisha's dreams of obtaining a visa seemed to come crashing down, but Chidi tried to reassure her that he was merely a victim of circumstances. He explained that he had a betting code for the game, which he had forgotten in his wallet in James's room while cleaning. They made their way to the room and found the wallet in the bathroom where Chidi showed her the code. However, while in the bathroom, he noticed something unusual in the ceiling. A bag hanging down from it. The two of them, curious, reached for the bag and were shocked by what they discovered inside. A bag full of money. Upon seeing this money, they were elated, feeling as if it was the answer to their prayers. But the challenge now was how to move this money to a secure location, especially since intelligence officer James had requested a lockdown of the premises. They decided to disguise the money as trash to get it out. But when they reached the gate, security stopped them, refusing to let them pass with the trash. The guard informed them that they could only leave the trash by the security house and return for it in the morning when things had calmed down. Reluctantly, they agreed, feeling they had no other choice. But this is the beginning of more trouble for them. James discovers the thieves snooping around outside, and Chidi quickly confesses. He rushes down on his knees and reveals everything to the intelligence officer. It seems that Arzika's situation is beginning to resolve. The hotel manager and Deji, Arzika's aide, find the trash containing the money. Meanwhile, James apprehends the thieves. Deji and the hotel manager had plans of keeping the money bags for themselves, but she crossed him and told Arzika. Arzika, still struggling to understand all that has happened, is grateful to have found his bag of money and wants to escape to safety while he still can. But more trouble arrives. Kisa, the real villain of the story, shows up just as Arzika thinks he might finally get his much needed happy ending. Kisa, Arzika's accomplice and owner of the hotel, captures everyone, posing a serious threat to their lives. Since everyone in that room had attempted to double-cross him, he kills the hotel manager, even as she had been loyal to him until that point, just so others know what fate was installed for them. Just when it seems there's no way out, James quickly reaches for a weapon hidden in his shoe and opens fire. The scene erupts into chaos as everyone fights for their lives. With only one thing on his mind, his money, Arzika makes a run for it. Tragically, in his effort to protect everyone else, James loses his life. But as Arzika tries to escape, he unexpectedly runs into Ivie on the streets, along with a man he had hit with his car earlier. This is overwhelming for the politician because these are two people he thought he had seen dead. How is it possible that they are alive? What he doesn't know is that Ivie faked her death, and while stranded on the streets, she found the injured man and he's seeking help. Overcome by shock, Arzika has a heart attack at the sight of them, almost as if they were ghosts, and collapses. Ivie recognizes the politician. She opens the car and finds 2 bags of money that Arzika intended to use for his escape. She takes the money, which they had all previously tried so hard to steal. Arzika is rushed to the hospital, but unfortunately, it doesn't survive. Meanwhile, Ivie and her team now find themselves in possession of roughly $15 million, leaving them uncertain about what to do next. Should they return it to the government or keep it for themselves? That's a wrap for today's video. Let us know in the comments what you think of this movie and whether you'll be checking it out. Until next time, on Worthy of Recap.